Welcome to Watch, Play, Chill. I am your host, Andrew, and as always, we got Vissaw, and I think we've been spreading COVID to each other because we've both gotten COVID within the last 2 weeks. That's actually not the reason we didn't record an episode last week. That was wedding stuff, but I got COVID first, and then I guess my microphone brought it to you. Was this your first time getting COVID?
It was.
Okay,
I have a 100% record of testing and get COVID. I never. No, well, actually, I tested before once, but I did one with the finger. Before. Now this one was in the nose, which is
that same here. Yeah, I got the nose this time. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad I got it because, like, you know, it's still serious for like some people, but for the most part, like, if you get it at this point, like, it's generally, you know, survivability is pretty great, thankfully.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just glad I got it because, like, now my immunity is like the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was kind of like expecting at one point because we were like we try our best to, you know, stay at home and do everything for a long time. And now we're to the point where, like, okay, we need to go back to living, still using masks where we need to and everything. But we were like, okay, we need to start, like, doing a little more because we were so afraid. And, you know, we are vaccinated and everything. So we were like, if we wait for, like, everything to go to zero, we're going to wait forever. Like, we need to go. And then it happened. But I'm feeling... Apart from the coughing, I'm feeling fine.
Yeah, no, the coughing is definitely annoying. Yeah, I'm surprised how long it took us to get it because, like, we had restrictions lifted a while ago, and I would not say we've been very careful. But, like, at the same time, like, because, like, you know, taking the kids out, like, I guess being in the sun is kind of just as safe. But anyways, I just expect, like, with how much we've been around people that we'd get it earlier, but I guess not.
And it's fun. Like, it's funny that we got, like, almost at the same time.
Right.
We're like very far apart.
Right. But COVID, it actually wasn't that bad for me. It really just felt like a light sickness. But I didn't know about this because no one ever talks about it. But, like, after I didn't have COVID anymore, I didn't know there was such thing as post-COVID symptoms.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard anyone talk about them, and that one, like, kicked my butt. So, like, literally the most pain I was in was when I didn't have COVID. That I was not expecting that at all. It's kind of crazy.
I need to get ready for that.
Yeah, I guess so. I literally did not ever hear about it, but I was just as surprised too when I got vaccinated. Like, with my second shot, like, that's the one that kicked my butt. When, like, the first one I didn't feel anything.
Oh yeah, I got, like, the second one. Yeah, the second one was really hard. The third one too. Here, I don't know how many you guys get. Like, we got
I just have a booster. Already. The booster's optional, at least here. Well, I guess they're all optional, but I only got the booster because you had to have a booster to go to the Pokemon tournament. So Pokemon get me boosted. But anyways, so today we're gonna talk about Mario Strikers Battle League. Did it fail? Fall Guys is now free to play. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and some announcements from Summer Game Fest. Then we'll conclude with the last episode of Pokemon's Hisuian Snow anime, whatever it's called. So yeah, if you ever want to listen, you can always listen on YouTube or on most podcast services. We are there. Links are in the description if you need those. And if you ever want to suggest a main topic, leave a YouTube comment below, and maybe we will include it in the show. Anyways, let's talk about Mario Strikers. So I've played actually a fair bit of this. Have you played this at all?
I haven't played.
All right. So I'm going to solo this one. But there's a lot of controversy around it, and reasonably so. I would just say up front, I'm loving the game. I really do enjoy it. It's definitely my favorite sports experience on the Switch so far. However, it is, like, if we talk about sales for a bit, I think it's between 30 and 40,000 in Japan. That's all we have. We don't know, like, America or anywhere else as of now. And just for comparison, I might have some of my numbers wrong here, but just forgive me. So, like, tennis got over 100,000. I think it was 120,000. A lot of this going off the top of the head. Then golf got around 80,000, and Strikers only has 30 to 40,000. And some people are saying it's because of the quality of the game, But I think as we've talked about with this show, especially with Pokemon games, that just because a game lacks content doesn't mean that's a direct correlation to sales.
Yeah.
Correlation does not always equal causation. Like my favorite example to use is if you eat more ice cream, you're more likely to be bitten by a shark. And that while that's true, that does not mean it's because you eat ice cream that you get bitten by a shark. It's because you go to the beach more and they sell ice cream at the beach and that stuff. Like, so sometimes people just like think like just because they both go up means the same thing. I think there's a couple factors. I generally think that games that come out later on a system, they just sell less. Like if you already have tennis and golf and Switch Sports that just came out this year, you're probably less likely. Like you already have a sport. Why are you going to buy another one? And once again, that's not all. I do think there are contributing factors in a lot of them, and I'll get into those problems. And the big problem is there's really not much to do offline. They just have like these double elimination tournaments with computers, and that's it. That's it. The difficulty can range pretty high, but like for me, and I imagine for most people that get this game, dude, the online is where it's at. And dude, it is so fun. The online is phenomenal. I've done it with wired connection. I've even done it on handheld on the Switch. I've had little to no problems. I still think this game, I like the GameCube one more. They're like the pitch is bigger, or I guess the field, if you don't know what that is. It's just so smooth. It's more pick up and play. And that game is so near and dear to my heart on the GameCube. Like it's literally one of my top 10 favorite games ever. So, but this game's still pretty good. It may not be like up there. And I think one of the problems, and this isn't a problem, there's so much like gear and techniques, and it's not even that deep, I'd say. But you know, if you want like your friend to come play with you, you gotta like give them like the whole freaking tutorial. While the one on the GameCube is like more like Smash Brothers, where like you can literally learn the controls in a matter of seconds. But you know, there's still a big skill gap. Yeah. But dude, the gameplay is awesome. The fact that you can, like, some advantages it has over the GameCube version, like you don't, like on the GameCube, you pick a team captain like Mario, and then all your sidekicks would be the same, like Hammer Bros, Boos, Toads, whatever. This, you can like pick Rosalina, Bowser, Peach, Luigi. You can pick that to be your whole team. And it's kind of cool that you like can adjust everyone's stats, because then you put more defensive players, or maybe if you want offense, like everyone plays Rosalina on offense. I do have her on my offensive team, but like I love Bowser. Like I make him faster, so he's like a fast. So like when you start at the kickoff, just tackle the dude or whatever. And I consider myself pretty good. I definitely have an overall win record. There are some features I'm still wish were there more. Like they just have like these leagues that are just very indirect on, like they're not very specific on like, or maybe incentive. Like why would you do it? Like you're just in a league for a league, and you don't even play against each other. Your league, you just invite up to 20 people to your league, and you compete against other leagues. Oh. So it's just like you and your friends, just depends how much they win, and you go up the ranks.
Okay.
But there's not really an incentive to go up the ranks. But like I said, the gameplay is fantastic. It is so fun. It's the first game in a long time that hasn't been Pokemon where I've had to like force myself to put it down.
And how many people can you play together? Because I heard something about it that like online you cannot play like what people were expecting, or like everyone control one character or something. Yeah.
So first off, like there's only 10 characters, which is a letdown. Yeah. They did announce that there will be free characters coming down the line. I need Diddy Kong, baby. That's my favorite. And I don't know. I'm not as mad about that because we've done that with tennis and golf. Like it's something they've always done. So if you were like not expecting that, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, the multiplayer is kind of weird because let me start with the good news. So offline, you can play 8 people offline. Like if you I guess that's the big problem for gamer people, is they always say, "But I don't have 8 friends." I think I think people exaggerate when they say that. I think the problem is you don't have 8 friends that want to play this game. Is the problem. But anyway, so you think, okay, maybe I can find 8 people online, but that's the problem, is you can only play wait, how many? I think you can only play. So on one Switch, you can only bring another person on your Switch thing. Like, what am
As
I
a
trying to
guess.
say?
Okay.
Right, yeah, as a guest, pretty much. But you can't combine. Like, if you bring that person on your team, you can't bring. I'm pretty sure you can't bring any more people on your team. So the most people you can have on your team online is 2 people.
Yeah, that's.
So the most you can play online is 4 people, which kind of sucks because when you have 4, like, I could see the game being really fun if you have 4 people, but man, I hate playing with 2 people. Like the demo, you had to play with 2 people, and the reason that's a problem is you're always switching around characters, and it gets really confusing.
Yeah.
So like you pass, and there's like this manual auto setting where like you automatically switch to the player you pass to, but if you don't, so then one player just never gets the ball. But like if everyone was their own player, then you can actually like set up like one person, like because the computers are kind of dumb. The AI is pretty dumb in this game, and so you can actually set up those positions. So yeah, it is like there's a Twitch streamer called his name is Grand Pooh Bear, and he did a tournament, and yeah, it was pretty much 2 on each one, and pretty much the strategy was one person would never switch their character and they would always like be more defensive, while the other person would play like all 3 characters. That way, since if this person never switched their character, it wouldn't be confusing and this guy would just be all 3. But still, that just seems very limiting. So did it fail? I think we'll have to wait to see the numbers when it actually comes out. Personally, for me, do I want more? Yes. But the most important thing is there, and that is the gameplay. The gameplay is addictive to me. The controls are tight. Yeah, like that's what's most important to me. I don't like a story mode in sports games generally suck, so I don't care for a story mode. Understand you pay $60. They could fix the online mode where you could play 8 people. I think that would be great. So overall, I don't think it failed. But as far as content goes, it did fail. And I think the single player offline experience is really bad. So like if you just like to play online, go for it. If you don't, then skip.
Yeah. I think like for me, my friends, playing like everyone as their own character would be like such a selling point.
Right.
Because then you can like you get 4 friends online, and make a team. Because the whole thing of like the trailer was, you make your club and play together, and
right.
So we were like, okay, let's make a club, and then every time like 4 of us are online, we can just play together. And then once we were like, okay, that's not possible, that made the game like really different than what we expected. Maybe we expected too much of Nintendo online thing as usual.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know if anyone knows this. Like, but there's something weird about Nintendo's local system going online, because like every game you can only bring, like not every game, but like every major Nintendo game you can generally only bring 2 people online on the same Switch. I don't understand. Like Mario Kart, you can do 2 players online, but you can't do 4. Like why? Like I don't understand. This game, like if I had my friends in the same room as me, why can't we just all go online on the same console? Like I bet there's maybe some wall there, but I just feel like I don't understand. I don't feel like it'd be that difficult. Like, is it? I don't know. It's not like you're different connections for them, right? But they've done it before. That's the thing. Like, it's like the Switch has a problem with it. I'm trying to think of a game on the Wii U where I'm pretty sure you could go online with multiple people. It's escaping me right now, but yeah, geez, I don't know. It's weird. So, as someone who hasn't played the game, what does that make you? I guess does it make you not want to do it, or I know you said with your friends it kind of made you rethink it.
Yeah. We come from a football background of playing FIFA, for example. FIFA have a mode called Pro Clubs, where everyone can make their own character, and everyone can be their own character, and then you play together in the team. And usually you can choose when if the rest of the, because then you can have like 11 people, but it's hard to get 11 people.
Wow,
So usually
that's insane.
I would play with just like one friend or two, three max, and you could have like the computer will like control the rest of the team, or you choose like one of you to control and kind of do what you explain. Like one person can move in every character, and the
Mm-hmm.
rest just control their own characters, right? And so that's why, like, when I saw the trailer, that's what I expected. Like, that's,
Mm.
because it's like it's a thing that like exists in other games, and I kind of like expected that. And then when it wasn't that, I'm like, oh, okay, so that, the value went down a lot, because I feel like Nintendo still thinks their game is like party games,
Right.
of like, oh, people are in the house, let's like us play together, let me show this game, let's have fun and stuff like that.
Right.
But I think like as a now, like, I don't see my friends in person that much anymore. Not just because of the COVID and everything, but because everyone have jobs, everyone have families.
Right.
So it's easier for us to gather online and
Yeah.
just like play online. And if we cannot, we cannot do that, it's, I don't know, it's just worse. And I feel like it was perfect because, like I said, in the other, in the normal football game, you have like 11 players for
Mm.
each team. But, to get everyone, it's hard. But then when you have a game of soccer where you have like, what, 4 players,
Yeah.
that's a good number, right? That's a good number
Yeah. Oh, it
to
definitely
have.
works. Yeah.
So it's like the perfect thing, and they didn't. So I still
Right.
imagine that's a fun game. I still want to try it out at one point, but I feel like the what was selling the game for me
Yeah.
isn't there.
Yeah. I can get behind that. Just curious. So with FIFA, you said like in the club or whatever, like you can use everyone has their own character or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say I was in your club on FIFA and I have my own character. Could you do a game online and use my character on your team if I was not online?
No, that's one
Oh,
thing that,
okay.
yeah, I don't know if we can now, because it's been some years since I
Mhm.
played. But before, that wasn't a thing. Like, we could have a club, and like, let's say you're online, I'm offline, you can play, but we're not gonna
Mhm.
have my player in it. But we'll have like leagues, and then like divisions, and then you go
Right,
up to
right.
the divisions. You start in the division 10. I think you can go into
Gotcha.
1. You can, depending on if you get enough points by winning or losing. So there's a bunch of things
Interesting.
they're like are already there, and then I feel like they could just look at a soccer football game
Right.
and be like, okay, what works in our like environment, and let's try to
Yeah, see, I
replicate
feel
that.
yeah, I feel like Strikers has like the opposite problem because like the cool thing, so when you join a club, you have to choose a character. It could be like vanilla Mario, or like the club I'm in, I used my custom Bowser set. And then when you choose your team, you can only use characters that are uh, that each club member has brought aboard. So you can't just be like, oh, you want to use your typical setup. No, you have to use like everyone's avatar, which actually leads to some cool things because you can usually only have like one Bowser on your team. But if you use your club, if there's 4 players in your club that did Bowser, you could go with 4 Bowsers.
Oh, that's nice.
But the problem is you can't. I mean, you can only play with up to one other club member at a time. Like it's
Yeah.
like I think there's some hope. Like I didn't play golf, so I can't speak for golf, but tennis. I wasn't as big of a fan of the gameplay with tennis, but and I love tennis. Like the game, I feel like GameCube sports for Mario was like the golden age for it. Even the N64 was fine. Uh, but like they added so many different tournament modes. Like they added mostly characters, but they added some other features too to make online more appealing. And I think there's hope, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm going to keep my hopes in check and just say I'm just going to expect new characters. I expect Diddy at some point. If they don't bring Diddy, then I'm going to murder someone. And yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
If you ever play it, though, we'll have to play sometime because it is really fun. It is fun.
Yeah. I can
if you
imagine
enjoy it.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's get on to another topic, which is Fall Guys is now free to play for everyone. Now, man, so I played it for the first time ever. I guess, yeah, let's just talk about our experience. I guess it's nothing new for you. I've only gotten to play a few games, and I really enjoy it. I really like it. I'd say it's pretty much in that Mario Strikers thing where I had to like put it down, and yeah, I feel like June is just like my month for gaming. Like the games I really want to play are this month. I am proud to say, and this is probably because all the little kids got on because they don't have to ask their parents to pay for it now. But my second game ever, I got a crown.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good.
Yeah. So that's my flex right there. Just and it was so boring too. It wasn't boring, but like my dude was just like plain color red, and yeah, like passing all these people with all this other gear.
Oh, what was the last game?
The last game, I'm trying to remember. I've actually played a lot, and my second one was so long ago. What was it? I did record it just in case, like a video idea or something. I think it was definitely a race. I just get all the races mixed up. I just remember at the end you had to like go up a ramp.
Oh, okay. I think
there's like a bunch of
like
obstacles on the way. There are only 9 people during the last round.
That's probably the OG race into you race into the top, and then there's like some balls rolling.
Yeah, like at one part, and then there was like one part was like there was like a bunch of spinning things.
Yeah,
that'd be going different ways.
That's probably the OG. One of the OG last courses
gotcha.
They had was that one.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't even like I've watched a lot of Fall Guys before I played it, and even though I've played a lot, I feel like there's a lot of courses I haven't played yet. So yeah, I feel like there's still a lot to go back to. I want to play with some other people. I there's nothing really new for you, right? Don't you get like bonus stuff since you're like a legacy player?
I got like I had like 20 something crowns without me using. I don't know, because I stopped playing and I didn't use them to buy anything. So I got like 80,000 points there. They converted the crowns because they don't have the crowns anymore. Because the crown were like the currency for you to buy stuff, right? For you to buy some stuff, and then you have the purple coins, and now you have like the paid coins, right? So they transfer the crowns to the purple coins. So I have like 80,000 purple coins, which I think is a lot, but I have no idea. And yeah, I think like we're like 200, 300 a game or something, and then they give me 8,000 for all the crowns. I did play again. I got it on the Xbox and on the Switch. I downloaded it to check on both to see. I really enjoyed this cross progression. I think that
is nice.
It's just amazing. You know, I can sit here play on my Xbox. I did test that yesterday, and then I got my Switch, and then I just had to fix because my account was linked to another another EA account or whatever, and then I got to play, and then I got everything I had on both, and I could just play on the Switch. And then I tested before Vissaw, like I played on the Switch, got some of the weekly things, turned off the Switch, turned on the Xbox, it updated, everything's there.
So wait, how quick is that process?
I think like my Xbox was on, so I had to just close the game and open the game again.
I guess it is all one account, right? It's one Epic Games account. Okay. Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be long.
Yeah, I'll say EA's Epic Games. And so like it's amazing. I enjoy the cross progression. Let me see what I have here. I don't know what they did with this desync they had the desync in the past, and that's what made me stop playing. Not
Well, what is
exactly.
desync?
It's like what I see and what you see are different. Like in your screen, you're in front of me. In my screen, I'm in front of you,
Oh,
and both are happening at the same time. It's just one of them is the server thing. It's just what's happening.
right.
So, for example, you can finish a race first and still lose because for the
Mm.
server, you were never first. You were in the second place. There was someone else in front of you.
So are you
It,
saying this was not always a problem though?
no, it was a problem, and then I stopped playing. It's one of the reasons I stopped playing, and I
Mm.
don't know if they fix because it's a very hard thing because it's just like
Right.
it's a tiny thing, right?
Right.
But I
Right.
remember like one thing that really got me mad is that they had an achievement on scene to win 5 in a row,
Oh.
and I won 3. I was in the like going for the last one for the fourth game. I got in front of the guy. You know, there was just one spot left. I got in front of the guy, and then I lose because I wasn't in front of the guy for the server.
Oh man.
So that just that
Yeah,
made me
for sure.
so mad because it's something that you can't imagine like what is happening or what's not happening. It's just like it's something. It's not a big problem. It's not like that big of a
Mm-hmm.
problem. But if you play with someone else, you can definitely see. If you
Mm.
play with friends, and then I was like my friend was streaming, so it had a delay, and then I could see what was happening in his screen later. You could really see the difference between what everyone was seeing.
Right.
But it's I think it's a problem if you go try hard, which is which
Right.
is not exactly like what you expect for the game. Like the game is more like a fun game. It's more like casual party game and stuff. And now I'm very happy that like we have the game for free. So it's easy for like someone gets here, I can put up on my PC, on my Switch, on my Xbox, one in every screen, and we can play like 3 at a time.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So I guess a lot of that. There's a lot of stuff that I guess that confirms maybe why they made some things run a certain way. I think there's some screaming.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
uh, yeah, I'm trying to get focused, but my worry was on the Nintendo Switch. Like Nintendo Switch obviously is some capable hardware, but I don't think it's capable enough to like handle 100 people online at the same
Yeah.
time. However, I will say I've had no problems and it's run smoothly. My character always runs at 30 frames per second. But I think how they solved it was they make you run at a perfect 30 frames per second, but everyone else runs at 5 frames per second, at least from your view.
Yeah.
So like when I'm running next to someone, they're running at my speed, but their legs and arms are like just
Yeah.
doing this. And I guess that's a good compromise because I haven't had any issues. I haven't experienced the desync yet. I bet it's probably there, but like it's definitely not like a good visual experience. But like as far as like my character, like I guess that's the workaround. So I think that's cool that they did that.
Yeah, like for the desync, you're just gonna see if like you have like 10 spots, and then you're gonna grab the last one, and then you grab it but lose because someone else got in front of you. But it's just like it happens, but it's a very hard thing to see too. And
Right.
I did play on the Switch, tested. Uh, in the menu, it froze at one point where I was just like going to the store or something to check, and then I had to restart the game. But playing the
Were
games,
you
I play
playing day
like
one?
no, I play
Okay. Day
yesterday.
one, there was a lot of issues. Like I
Yeah.
could only find like a game
Well,
every 30
yesterday was day
minutes.
one, right? Or no?
It was a couple days ago.
I don't know.
2 days
I'm
ago.
lost. Yeah, I'm lost in time. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was 2 days ago. Oh my gosh, dude, these days have been so long. Anyways, go on. Just-
No, that was it. And then like it froze in the menu, but playing it was totally fine. And I think it's a perfect game for the Switch. I think it's a perfect game for you to like
yeah,
sit on the bed. You have absolutely I don't know. You want to play something, you want to do something to pass the time, for example, but you don't want to try hard and don't to think too much. You just can play the game and have fun.
Now, if you're an old player, though, there's not really a lot of reason to come back, though, right? Or is there?
I don't know. Like, I
And the
think
reason
there's
I
a
ask is I
couple
feel
new
like
stages.
there are new stages. Okay.
Yeah, I think like it's probably it's more of a game to play with friends. So
Mm-hmm.
having more people, and being free is the reason to go back to it. I don't think it's a solo game. I don't think the game's for you to solo game.
Gotcha.
And like I said, like playing the Switch is a very good reason for me to go back. I wouldn't play, like, for example, I wouldn't play again on my PC just because
Right.
it's like, oh, it's update for content. Like, I don't care. I don't know. I'll move on for the game. But now that I can play on my bed on my Switch, now I probably will play it again because
Right.
it's fun.
Yeah, it seems like a good game to play on the couch when my wife watches some dumb
Yeah.
rom com. So, but like maybe I want to pay attention a little, so it's not like a super serious game. While Strikers, like she has to be watching complete garbage because like you have to focus like 100% on that game.
Yeah.
But like the reason I ask if there's any reason for old players to come back is like I don't know if I don't really know where like to find this data because like I'm not in the Fall Guys community, but just generally from my circle and like what I see on YouTube and like I even looked up some channels that like I used to watch who played Fall Guys. I don't really think it's making a comeback.
No.
Yeah, I think they were hoping it would. I feel like they were acting like this was like such a big thing. They even got like big YouTubers to be like in their commercials. I don't think it's bringing it back. Which
Not the way
is
it was.
unfortunate.
Yeah, not the way
Oh
it
yeah, it would never be the way
was.
it was.
No, no. But it's definitely like it's definitely a new thing, right? They
Mm-hmm.
uh well, they have Xbox players now, so I think like they're gonna get more new players than old players coming back.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Yeah, I guess I was just kind of hoping to be a little bigger too. Like I kind of wanted to like why didn't I play it when it first came out? Like I'm trying to remember why I didn't. I think I just watched oh yeah, I think it was back when I was working a regular job and I just watched it like on my phone. Oh yeah, and that's I didn't even think I had a computer then. Like I didn't have like a desktop until like a year ago in my life. So yeah, my laptop couldn't like handle anything. That's the reason why. But yeah, it just makes me like like when those big moments happen, I just wish I was a part of them, you know.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wish it happened again, but I feel like it's already like yeah, you're right. There's a new player base, but it's not to the level I wanted it to be. Like I was hoping that like maybe some other YouTubers would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing it too." But like a lot of people I mentioned, they're like, "Yeah, like that was like a year ago, man, or 2 years, or however it was," and I'm like, "I don't care, play it."
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's a fun game, right? But
yeah,
I feel like now it's more what it's every like the big streamers are playing and the hype and whatever.
yeah. I didn't see a
And
lot of big streamers playing it. I was wondering
uh,
if some streamers would get back on it, but they didn't. Um, yeah, I thought, yeah, I guess not. Okay, well, I guess that's it for Fall Guys. This one's gonna be more on you, but this is a game I very much want to play. One problem I'm having is this month is just too packed. But this is a game I am going to play. Like I will get to this game eventually. I think it might have to wait a month or two because my goodness, we got Cuphead coming out next week, and that game
yeah.
is I'm going day one on that. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Now I need to hear you talk about this game because I am hearing from some people that this is not only the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game we have, the best remake we've have. I'm hearing this is one of the best beat up games ever out there of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think? How do you respond to
I
that?
yeah. Well, I don't know too much about it that way
So,
because
yeah.
yeah, I played 3 stages yesterday, but
Oh, okay.
that's already like a good feeling,
Uh
right?
huh.
Because what I can say is, it feels like I'm playing the old uh SNES game,
Right.
but
Right.
brought to now, like to present time, right?
Right.
So it's what I expected. It's good. I think we definitely need more games like this,
Yeah.
because I got two friends. One of them, I used to play Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time 4, which is the
Yeah. Yeah.
one for the
Godlike one.
SNES
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
super famous and
Was in
stuff.
the arcades and stuff.
Yeah, and and then like we used to play that one a lot. So we were playing yesterday this one, and we just stopped because I was not feeling too well.
Right.
So I had to rest a little, or else we just continue because it was like a fun experience. Playing with friends and just mashing one button. You can do combos, you can do other stuff, but you could pretty much jump and kick and beat the bad guys, and have
Hmm.
fun. And that's one thing that I miss a lot, where you just grab a game with friends and you just play. You don't need to be try hard. You don't need to teach them everything. Uh, you can be playing and then I'm saying, I want to join too, and then we join in the middle of it, without losing too much because like who cares about the story or whatever? You're just going through stages and having fun. And so like it's for me, it's a perfect remake. Yeah, it's not like a
Right.
remake because the stages are different, and so
True,
it's
true,
like
yeah.
it's a brand new game.
Probably like a
But
spiritual success. Well, maybe not a spiritual
yeah,
successor, because that usually means a different brand, but
yeah, but it's kind of like that, right? And then
yeah.
all the sounds, the visuals, the enemies, everything. Like if you played that one, everything is a nostalgia trip. While you still having, I think it's both the balance of giving you the nostalgia trip
Hmm.
of I remember this playing this, but it's still bringing, you know, it's a fun game. It's not just
Right.
relying on the nostalgia to keep you playing. Like it's still like a game to play.
Right.
So for me, is I definitely want to play more. I definitely will play more today and for the rest of the week and with friends. I want to play like alone with friends. I want to. It already feels like a game that like we used to play the old games where we just want to replay to have fun. You just want to mash
Hmm.
buttons and go through it. And then you have like challenges that if you want to go for it and find some stuff. It's still early on you can level up characters, I think. And if you play with different characters, you still need to level up them differently. But it's super
Yeah.
fun. It's super fun. I recommend. I have it on Game Pass, but I recommend anyone who wants to who play this NAS one. Like if you like this NAS one, definitely get this one.
Wait, is it cross-platform?
It is between Xbox and PC. That's for
Uh,
sure.
Okay.
I don't know
I guess that
about.
one makes sense. I'm gonna look that up because it looks like this is actually kind of odd. But okay. So something that this game does better than Mario Strikers is you can play up to 6 people online.
Yeah. See.
6 people sounds like a lot, to be honest, but that's
Yeah.
freaking sick. But
Yeah.
for some reason, PlayStation can only do 4 online. How Nintendo beat them, I do not know. But we take those W's when we can. But
Yeah.
dude, it just seems so great. Like this is like so. One problem with like playing on like you said, you know, even if you want to play with someone, it's like so my famous example I think I can think of is, I guess it's not famous. My regular example is back in college, our gamer club would do a Dungeons and Dragons thing every semester. But that is such a long game. Like it would not, it would never, I never knew one game that finished because, people would be gone the next semester, or you know, they had to drop out that one night, so no one could play that one night because they had that last minute essay, whatever it was. The thing that's good about this game is if you want to just like go through a story or challenge mode, it's 3 to 4 hours long. Now it's still like a big enough time chunk, but like where you could save your progress, like that's like so much more digestible to me. Like to get, I don't think I'd ever do it with 5 other guys, but like I think my dream would be to do it with like 4 people online. But that just seems so possible. Like, okay, we just need to find 3 to 4 hours throughout the month to play this.
Yeah.
And now you may think like if you're a listener, like, oh my gosh, like this game's $20 something and it's only 3 to 4 hours. Like I've heard the replayability on this game is absolutely insane. Like there's difficulty, there's different power ups, you level up your characters. Like I'm just mind blown how well they did this.
Yeah.
But dude, it seems I need to play it myself, but honestly, everything I read about this game, it just seems like the perfect game. Like I cannot believe it. You just need to like beat 'em ups.
And like we were talking, you were talking about the Mario Strikers. You said, if someone comes in, I need to explain all the
all
the the controls and everything. This one, you give the control to the person and say, figure out, press the buttons. You're gonna see what happened. You jump on one, you attack on another one. You can jump and attack. You can do a combo. If you press another one, you do a special. You can figure it out. And that's the old, spirit of games and even the 3 or 4 hours, like you said, I miss games that are simple. And then you can grab it, play, and be done with it. And then if you enjoy it, you can do the things again, right?
Right.
And then having to like dedicate your whole life to it and be like, okay, I want to play this game, I want to enjoy the experience, but I need to use like 80 hours until I see everything and read, and then I had to read the lore, and then there's skill trees that I need to get a degree to understand what's going on.
Exactly.
So like I don't know, I just want to play games, and like everyone had with everyone having jobs and family and different responsibilities, sometimes it's hard to get like I said, it feels like it doesn't feel much, like 3 or 4 hours a month to get to your friends, but once you're in a stage of life, it's actually hard. Everyone's doing another thing, everyone have other responsibilities, so to do this in a game, it's amazing, because I definitely see that I'll finish this game with friends, right? Where we got other games to play together that we never finish, because we got to a point, we got excited for a week or 2 weeks, play, but we never got the time to gather again. And then there's another week that someone got sick, someone have traveled, something happened, and then you never go back to it. So this game, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna finish, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish.
yeah. And even if your friends bail on you, you can go, like, it looks like you can drop in and out. So you can even finish it on your own. Yeah. And I just like, because I love beat 'em ups. So here's I love beat 'em ups, but I don't like that many beat 'em ups, and that's because I think a lot of beat 'em ups just like get too simple. Like you just what I mean by that is like you just do the same thing over and over again for like 6 hours. But like you said, there's combo stuff. So like it's like that perfect marriage of you could an absolute new player could come in and still have fun, and then a total experienced player can still like flex their button mapping skills or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's so many different modes and stuff. Do you know if there's battle mode? Can you battle each other?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't think there is.
They did have that mode. That was kind of I don't know how good it was. I only remember playing that mode as a kid. So everything is great then. But
yes.
But yeah, dude, I'm honestly having a tough time wanting to like get anything else done today, because just talking about it, like,
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I guess we'll go on to the next thing before I get too deep in that hole. So Summer Game Fest, it's pretty much the replacement of E3. I feel like this is what a spiritual successor is. Someone else taking the job and doing it a little better. Honestly, for me at least, not a whole lot that interested me. I feel like everything Jeff Keighley, I like Jeff Keighley a lot. He's the guy who hosts it, but I feel like a lot of his events just focus on. I feel like I don't even know like if I liked shooters, I still don't know how much fun I'd have these, because like how do people who like shooters have time to play 30 different shooters in 1 year? Like, I'm serious. There are just so many shooter games. I'm like, how do you play all these?
Yeah, like the first 4 games were just like the same game with a different name.
Right,
and I was
right.
like, okay, like let's move on. Like if someone likes that, they already seen it. Like this whole one game,
Right.
move on to the other one. Yeah.
So I guess we'll just talk about the ones we like the most. Mine aren't even. Nothing really new was announced in my 2. So I'll have you bring up yours because you might have more than me. You bring up one, I bring up one, and we'll go back and forth.
Yeah,
okay, so
I know yours, so I'm not gonna say it because it's like the one of them is one that I'm waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
Everyone was just freaking out. So I'm gonna say like Slime Rancher 2. I don't know if
Slime Rancher.
I don't know if people listening play the first one. Amazing game.
Slime Rancher.
Game.
Okay.
Very underrated.
Interesting. Wow, 10 out of 10 on Steam.
It's an amazing game. It's an amazing game. It's just it's a silly game. It was on Game Pass, so I tested and I completed the game, did all the achievements and everything. It's on the Switch too, the first one, and now they're making the second one, and then the second one is gonna come out. I think like this year. I think it's still this year. And it's just like you are pretty much a farmer of slimes. That's pretty much it. You have like you go outside and then you get slimes and then you put in in the little cages for slimes, and then you collect whatever they drop. Like you give them food and they drop like money, and then you collect money and buy more stuff and get bigger. And then while you get bigger, you can go to other places and get more slimes. Then once you get more slimes, you find keys, and then that keys open stuff, and then you just. But it's such a chill game. Like I said, it's just like a different game, than usual. It's a chill game. You just go around enjoying it, and you have like a kind of like a vacuum, so you just suck the slimes in. So you just go around sucking slimes. And that's the best description I have.
I'm watching some gameplay of it, and I've never honestly heard of this game, but it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
And it's one game that like flew under the radar and then it went on Game Pass, I think, and then a lot of people play it, and then most of people who likes the genre of like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, and stuff like that really enjoy the game. So for people who like that type of game, like farmer sims and stuff, you're really gonna enjoy.
You just ruined the game for me. I'll be honest.
You don't like Stardew?
I don't like those games.
Our friendship is over right now. I love Stardew.
Is this an indie developer or is this? Wow, this game looks graphically. It looks too good for an indie game developer, honestly.
Yeah, and it's like, it's. I feel like there's like the public that really enjoy this game, but it in the sea of horror shooters, space shooters, it's good to have a different game,
right.
That just I don't know, and it's not a game that like you have its story that you can read through dialogue and stuff, but it's. It's just about like grabbing a game and then just chilling, having fun. You can listen to some music while you play. You need to focus too hard. That's what I like about games sometimes.
Yeah, even though I went from excited to like not gonna play this game at all, I'm really. I think it's always good to like be in tune with like I don't know. This wouldn't be pop culture, but just knowing what people are liking.
Yeah.
So
it's
I'm
nothing
glad you
like
mentioned
Stardew,
it.
by the way. It's just like I feel like people who likes the Stardew type of game like the game.
Yeah, are you sure? The top review on freaking Steam. It's similar to Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley.
Don't read that.
This is a lying. Glowing review.
They're lying. They're lying. Yeah, that's
this is someone that loves the game. This is so. Anyways, okay. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's good. If you didn't bring that up, I probably would have never knew about it, but now I know. Okay. I'll bring up my first one. Which one do I bring up? I'm gonna bring it up. Silk Song. I do not like Metroidvania games. But my friend convinced me to get Hollow Knight. I do not know how they convinced me. But Hollow Knight was now once I beat it, I had no desire at all to do anything extra because I just hate like exploring Metroidvanias. But dude, the gameplay was just so freaking solid, and now I'm dying for Silk Song. I saw a lot of people, so I didn't watch this live. I was probably streaming like one of my Pokemon runs, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, they finally announced Silk Song," and I'm like, "Oh my, like what's the release date?" I don't know why people got so excited. Because the only announcement was that it's coming to Game Pass day one.
Yes. I feel like
I guess that means it's coming within 12 months, but still,
yes.
like,
yeah. I think that was.
I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it.
Because yeah, although you could say, I'm sorry.
There's only 3 dudes making this game. I don't believe it.
Because it's been so long since like they said anything, and
yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm super excited too. I'm super excited.
Oh, I know it'll be phenomenal.
Yeah, I played Hollow Knight on the Switch, first, and
Same.
I enjoy it, but it wasn't like a masterpiece, right? Like I enjoyed the game. I was like, yeah, okay, that's a fun game. I enjoy it. The reason why is that I got lost in a good part of it. I was one of the who fell into the part where you should not fall into you're good enough to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Everything is dark and I stayed there for a long time without knowing how to leave and whatever. And then I finished the game, and then it came to Game Pass, and I was like, okay, let me play again on Xbox. When I played on the Xbox, since I already knew the game, I got a map with like everything that you need to get, and I was like following my own track on the map. Like I was looking at the map on my PC and being like, oh, okay, here's something here. I want to get there because I see in the map that there's a knight in there, and then I was going to do that, and I pretty much went everywhere and in the map and got like I didn't get all the extras, but I got like a bunch of stuff done and went like everywhere in the map and learn all about the story and whatever. So I really, really enjoyed my second playthrough more than the first one. And then the game became like a masterpiece to me, which is funny because I think since in the second one I didn't get lost, I kind of went through what you're supposed to do, and the game was like it felt more natural and everything like felt good.
Yeah, I literally think I could not have said it better myself. All right, what's your next announcement?
Yeah, okay, let me. And then, well, I'm excited for like Persona. Never played Persona, but
okay,
but it's
what did they
coming
announce about it?
To Game Pass, and people like say
is 5
really,
coming
really
to Game
things.
Pass?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think like it's 5, 4, and 3 something. They have weird names like Kingdom Hearts, I guess. And then so they don't have Goofy in it, so that's a downside. They don't have Donald. Yeah, but I'll still test it. I'll still play it. I still want to give it a try. That's it. I have others, but
yeah, Persona is a game I really, really want to play. There's 2 things that stop me: is it takes too long, but yet like I like that about it. But it's just like kind of the thing that stops me from like watching a lot of anime or Japanese culture stuff. Like I love it, but then like they just get really weird sometimes. And my standard in my house is like if I can't play it in front of my family, then like it's just not worthwhile.
Yeah,
that's where I play a lot of my games. But yeah, it seems incredible from everything I've seen from it. So yeah, that's cool. Okay, the last one is... Well, wait, you don't have any more, right?
I have it, but I can just go through it quickly.
Okay, yeah, let's go through yours, because I think we'll talk about mine more.
Okay. The Volver Digital had a show.
Oh, that's right.
They actually
run a pretty good show. I watched it.
They show like different games, which is kind of like again what I think it's lacking. It's like different games, everyone trying their own thing
Uh-huh.
instead of everyone just doing a space shooter. So they have one called Skate Story, which looks like a really good
Yes.
skate game. And I'm not a skater, you can see from my face, but but I like I play a lot of Tony Hawk when I was a kid, so it looks like I still need to play the remaster, Tony Hawk remaster, and so it looks like a good game. They have one called the Plucky Squire, which is kind of
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
2D and goes 3D, and
That one looks pretty tight.
yeah, it looks very very good, and it comes next year to everything, to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, a toaster, whatever you want, it will come. And then there's another one which is like Codes of the Lamb,
Yeah.
which
I forgot all
is
about these games. I
August
was
11th.
very impressed by this showcase.
Yeah, and it's funny that like in a showcase they have like three games which are more excited than the other ones. I really enjoy indie games. That's what
Yeah, yeah.
you can get from that. I really enjoy indie games.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Plucky Squire. A Cult of the Lamb, I think I need to see a little more about it. But it's definitely like a keeping my eye out on it for
Yeah, it
sure.
looks like the style looks like the Don't Starve. Don't Starve was a fun game.
Oh, that's right. I did not play that, but I know what it is.
Yeah, I played the Don't Starve together a long time ago now, but it definitely looks like the same vibe. I don't know if it's the same creators or not. I have no idea, but it looks really good.
Yeah, no, I'm looking. Yeah, I forgot all. Man, yeah, this was like the best showcase of them all for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, the last one. This one's probably not even an announcement. This one, they're just like, hey, remember it's coming out later this month, and that is Cuphead. And I'm so embarrassed, but I didn't realize this until the showcase because they literally spelled it out for me. And I didn't realize that Cuphead's DLC is literally what it's called. It's Delicious Last Course. I never knew Delicious Last Course was DLC. And they literally spelled it out for me, and I was like, oh wow. I've known about this for like 2 years, and I never put that together.
Yeah.
Anyways, they just showed one of the bosses, and they showed I think the Chalice girl was the main showcase. She's actually like one of the power up things. I was worried she was going to be a little OP, but then when I saw that she was an actual power piece thing, that I mean, I'm just so excited for this game. I think this is a game that I just hope it's not like Fall Guys where it's too late.
Yeah.
Because Cuphead was a fun time to be alive. That game is a 10 out of 10. I've 200%ed it. And I just hope that it comes alive again. But I'm kind of nervous about it because it's been a long time. And this is DLC. I think if it was like a new game, it would come back alive. But a lot of people are going to look at this as DLC. And DLC already doesn't get as much hype as the regular game. So.
Were you good at it, or like you had?
I mean, I
to try?
200%ed it. Wait,
Well,
I had.
but you can like force until you learn, or you're like you're like I'm a gamer, I'm a god gamer, I got the game and I was playing. You don't need to beat thing first try, but like were you good at it? You consider yourself good at it?
Where did I put? Oh, it's in the other room. I don't know. There's definitely some bosses I struggle with more than others. It's a hard game.
Yeah.
I feel like I beat it. I beat it pretty fast on normal mode, but then the expert mode took me a while.
I never played. I never beat it on the expert mode. I think I got it to the second island on the expert, and then I stopped. I don't know, something happened, and I was like, okay, I don't want to.
Yeah, I definitely wanted 200% and beat everything on expert again. Supposedly they're even harder, so I don't know.
Yeah. So okay, so you're good at it. That's good. It's nice.
I'm good enough. I'll say that. Yeah. I haven't played it in a while. It's my favorite. That and Celeste are my favorite airplane games where like you can beat the whole thing in 4 hours or so.
I never beat Celeste. I play it into one Celeste. Part and I don't know. Again, it's like you have to be in the mindset, right, of those types of games. And then I have times where I want to like challenge, and then trial and error and then get it done. And I'm like, and I feel like I tried Celeste when I wasn't in the mood of like a little challenge. I was more in the
Right.
mood of like being a baby. So
Yeah, maybe that. See, because when you said you had to be in the mood for it, I was like, what? But like, I think the first time you play through it, you do have to be in the mood. Because I've beaten Celeste at least 20 times, like the main story. Because like when I worked at a call center, I would just like you were allowed to do stuff as long as you got the call done. So I'd finish it like once every day, like through a whole work day. Um, but like I wouldn't play on like the higher difficulty. Like I feel like the game on its vanilla self is just such a like I beat the expert stuff too. I didn't beat the DLC. The DLC for Celeste was too hard for me. Um, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. The point is, it's good stuff.
yeah, have you played Shovel Knight?
I played Shovel Knight. I like Shovel Knight.
Oh, nice, nice. I enjoy Shovel Knight too. I got
I'd never
almost all the
finished the card
achievements.
one though, or not card. He's got the card mini games.
Oh,
What's his
I
name?
know. Yeah, they had
The Golden Knight dude.
the different characters. Yeah, I tried playing with one of them, and I wasn't having that much fun. Again, I think I wasn't in the mood for it, and I stopped. But because
Yeah, I
when
like
I
the
play, they didn't
alchemist
have.
character the best. Is probably my
Yeah,
favorite to play.
yeah. I think it was
Um,
the one that I tested. That wasn't.
Spectre Knight's very fun. Honestly, Shovel Knight's probably my least favorite mode, but still, Shovel Knight's
Really, yeah.
incredible. Like,
When I
oh, Plague
played,
Knight, that's what it is. Yeah,
yeah, okay. When I played, it was the only like I just had the normal game, and then I even
gotcha.
tried to do the speed run, and then you
Oh yeah.
the achievement you have to beat in I think in 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? And then I like would watch the video and then try the stages, and I got to the last stage, and I couldn't beat fast enough in the last stage.
Oh man.
I was down for like 3 minutes, but I couldn't be like faster than being down for 3 minutes, and then I stopped playing. But it's a really really fun game
So,
too.
what did you play it on?
Playing on the Xbox.
Okay, that makes sense. Because when you were like achievement, I was like, what? I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm an
I
achievement
played it
guy
on the Wii
too.
U and the Switch.
Yeah,
So it's that good where I bought it on two different consoles.
yeah,
All right, let's get into our last topic, Pokemon related. This is supposedly the last episode of Pokemon Hisuian Snow. I guess before I talk about it, did you get a chance to see it?
yeah. I saw it. Yeah,
This is actually the best episode, I think, of the three. Um, I feel like at least a lot of stuff happened in 12 minutes rather than dragging it out. But what do I want to say about it? This is pretty much where humans discover that it is possible to live among Pokemon. Yeah, the boy goes into the woods to look for. Well, no, he goes out to heal some injured Pokemon, some Rufflets, and then the snowstorm happens, so they gotta save some Snovers. Abomasnows are a little suspicious, but then like, oh crap, there's an Alpha Garchomp, which is a pretty sick moment.
yeah,
Although Abomasnow should win that. I don't know why they didn't. You got a freaking quad super effective attack. They must be some bad parents. They're probably the parents that let their kids watch Cocomelon all day. But no hate. My kids watch Cocomelon. I'm just teasing. But
yeah.
yeah, we got to see Silene, Zisu. We got to see Benji and Kamado eating, but that was it. But yeah, I think it's just it's a cool one-time watch.
Yeah.
I think that's my words, my review on it.
I think it was cool. I think I don't know. I like it didn't go as what I was expecting with they didn't go deep with the, him meeting the Pokemon, and in the first episode I felt like we're gonna have them bond together or something like that. But it felt like they had that moment, and then now he came back,
Oh, right,
and
right.
and then just like the Pokemon saved him and whatever. But like it was fun. I expected like I wish they would do more, and expand more on those stuff, and not just do like a one thing where just random thing where it drops like out of nowhere, and then you have people
Right.
like Pokemon fans talking, and then next week we just forget about it because we move on from it. So I wish they could have done more, like usual. I think
right.
Pokemon can always do more. They can always expand. They have so many things. They don't need to expand in the regular show. They can just do other things. I think like I saw a comment saying, "Oh, they should do like, oh, we should do it was a movie. You know, if it was like a
right,
movie, and then they would expand the whole story in 1 hour, not to be like super long. 1 hour and 20 minutes would be like an amazing
instead of a
experience.
crappy Ash movie. I hate the Pokemon movies, man. They're just... I'm looking through the episode again, and I forgot the biggest takeaway I had was when they saved his Snovers. That's when Silene met her Abra. I thought that was a cool.
Oh, really?
Catch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's seen carrying an Abra out of the woods with the Snover.
Okay. I saw the Abra and I didn't make the connection. I was just like, okay, she have an Abra. I thought she was already it was already her Abra there.
At one point, they hate Pokemon, but
yeah, at one point they were calling Pokemon, and I was like, yeah, but do they know there's like what are they calling Pokemon? Like, do they know they're calling?
Yeah,
Pokemon?
I don't know
because it's like Pocket Monsters, but do they?
Right.
Like, why they're just calling them monsters, and but
in the space-time distortion, I feel like that's so forced in there, like. It's really their excuse of just like bringing other Pokemon into the game.
Yeah.
And then they just put in the story and it literally does nothing. It just creates a storm. Like it would have made sense if like a freaking Magnezone came out or something, but no, like like I'm glad we saw Alpha Garchomp, but like why is the space distortion there? Like
we have any Pokemon from like other
right,
parts,
dude, a freaking Genesect come out of there, that would have been like, whoa, like this is serious, but nothing happened.
Like a Porygon, because you can see
Porygon.
the Porygon, and then they freak out or something. We'll be fun. Like usual, they show something, and then you always get that feeling of this could like so good, like it's good, but it could be like so much better. But it never is. We're used to it. I'm used to it.
Yeah, honestly, the Garchomp and Obama Snow footage, I'm like, oh, I could probably use that for a video someday.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And pretty good animation too. Pretty good fight.
Very good animation. Yeah, whatever works with that. Yeah, I think that's it. Any other thoughts on what we've talked about today?
No. I feel like I don't know. I think we talked a lot today already, so
yeah.
I don't want to drag out with more.
We moved it to Thursday, which I'm like, oh crap! Next week, Cuphead comes out on Thursday. But I think we have to.
Every week you're gonna have a different day,
right? But no, I think Cuphead has to be the main topic next week. If you get around to playing it, I'll at least splurge about it. But actually, you know what? Thursday's actually probably a good day. Or Wednesday night, because I think we'll probably have a direct next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'll probably be the main topic, and then we could talk about Cuphead the week after. Anyways, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, this has been fun to do. We're slowly getting an audience. I've noticed our Pokemon videos do better. Duh, but suck it up. Listen, I'm just kidding. But if you want to support the channel in a free way, you've probably subscribed it if you made it this far. And you all have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye.